the mountains because there's a valley that makes the mountain a mountain. Craig D. Lonsborough. We all love mountaintop moments, the victories, the breakthroughs, the celebrations. We post them, we highlight them, we replay them in our minds. But the truth is, real growth doesn't happen on the mountaintop. Real growth happens in the valley. The valley is where you're stripped of what's comfortable. It's where the spotlight disappears, the applause fades, and the only voice you hear is your own. And sometimes, even that voice trembles with uncertainty. But the valley is not punishment, it's preparation. I know it's hard to believe that anything good can come from a low point. When the job is gone, when the marriage is struggling, when your faith feels like it's hanging by a thread. It's easy to believe the valley is where things end. But I want you to consider something. What if the valley isn't the end, but the beginning? What if the valley is the very place where your roots grow deeper? Where your resilience is built? Where your character is formed? Because on the mountaintop, you celebrate. But in the valley, you transform. Think about it. The richest soil is in the valley. It's where seeds break open, where roots reach down, where new life begins. If you're in a valley right now, maybe it's not the place where you're breaking down. Maybe it's the place where you're breaking through. We resist valleys because they're uncomfortable. They expose our fears, our doubts, and our weaknesses. But here's the secret. Whatever is exposed can be healed. And whatever is healed can no longer control you. The valley teaches you what the mountaintop never could. It teaches you how to pray when you don't feel like it. How to keep going when quitting would be easier. How to find your voice when silence feels safer. In the valley, you realize who your real friends are. You discover the strength of your faith. You learn to rely on something deeper than applause, something stronger than circumstance, something more stable than feeling. Yes, valleys test you, but they also teach you. And what they teach is priceless. They teach you grit. They teach you patience. They teach you perspective. And most importantly, they teach you that pain is not permanent. Sometimes the valley is God's mercy in disguise. Because if you went to the top too soon, you wouldn't be able to handle it. You'd lose yourself. You'd blow the opportunity. But the valley humbles you. It centers you. It reminds you who you are and who you are not. If you're in a valley, you're in good company. David was anointed king, but sent back to the fields. Joseph was thrown into a pit before he ever touched a palace. Jesus walked through the valley of death before resurrection power was released. So why do we despise the valley when history and heaven both show us that the valley is where destiny takes root? The valley strips away the excess, the pride, the performance, the pretending, until all that's left is the real you. And that is exactly who God wants to use. Don't rush your valley season. Don't numb it. Don't run from it. Lean into it. Listen in it. Learn in it. Because what you learn here, you'll carry for the rest of your life. You'll learn how to show up for yourself. You'll learn how to advocate for your vision when no one else sees it. You'll learn how to keep the faith when the fig tree doesn't bloom. You'll learn how to speak life even when you feel empty. The valley is where your muscles are built, not the physical ones, the mental, emotional, spiritual ones. The muscles that sustain you when storms come again, because they will come again. And when they do, you won't be shaken, because you didn't just survive the valley, you grew in it. So many people are obsessed with the destination, but growth doesn't happen when you arrive. It happens in the middle, in the mess, in the mystery, in the valley. This is the place where your capacity is expanded, where your character is deepened, where your courage is tested. And let me tell you something. You are passing the test. Every tear you've cried, not wasted. Every setback you faced, not in vain. Every moment you wanted to give up but didn't, that was growth. That was victory. That was purpose in motion. You are not behind. You are not broken. You are becoming. And though the valley feels endless, it has an expiration date. You will not be here forever. You will rise again, stronger, wiser, bolder, clearer. And when you do, you won't just climb to the next mountaintop. You'll own it. You'll carry the lessons, the strength, the gratitude that only the valley could give you. So don't curse the valley. Bless it. Thank it. Walk through it with your head high, knowing that this low place you're in right now is producing a high purpose. You're not just going through the valley, you're growing through it. And there is a difference. One just survives, the other becomes unstoppable. So let the valley do its work. Let it prune what no longer serves you. Let it prepare you for what you prayed for. Let it build in you the version of yourself you were always meant to be. Because one day, you'll stand on a mountaintop and tell the story of how you grew in the valley. And someone who is walking through their own valley will hear your voice and find the courage to keep going. So today I leave you with this. The valley is not your grave, it is your garden. And something beautiful is growing in you right now. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep growing. Your mountaintop is coming. And when you get there, you'll realize it was the valley that made you better. You've got this. Peace and blessings. Dr. O.